Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. I'll pop the chat out straight away so that our number one subscriber doesn't crack a darkie. Rightio. Well, hi, Karen. Hi, Ian. Hi, Rob. Hi, Gordon. Hi, Luke. Hi, Nathan. Coming inbound there, we came in with the I&I, of course. And yes, Nick and his boys practiced that reverse speaking for days. He told me because I asked him, and he wasn't expecting the cake in the face, and he got it. See it on his face when he got it. And they spent a week cleaning up that shed, which was somebody else's shed. And yes, Karen, that was Murray from the Wiggles. Hot potato. DZ Death Race, a Brisbane band. I got an in-stream copyright warning on that, so we'll see. It always goes. We'll talk a little bit about copyright because I've had some interesting copyright adventures. Nothing too exciting, just interesting. So yeah, Murray Cook. He just awesome stuff. He really got into that film clip. I don't know. They must be friends of his. Maybe he met him somewhere. Don't know. So the irony of the whole program is that, hi, Luke, sorry, I missed you before. Sorry, man. The I&I used to support DZ Death Race in one of their tours. So you'd go to the concert, you'd see the I&I, then they come off, and the DZ and the Death Race would come on. As much as it pains me to use that pronunciation, it fits. And so you just saw a little mini concert of what you might have seen 10 years ago. But I do try to only play Brisbane bands and artists on this channel. Hi. Hey, Davo. Good to see you, man. So what are we up to tonight, folks? First, we've got to say hi to everyone. Hi, Mum. Mum's not well. She's got a pretty crappy cold, actually. And, yeah, anyway, she's on the improve for sure, but she wasn't too good the other day. Anyway, I hope you're feeling better tonight, Mum. Go to the doctor. It's not advice, it's an instruction. Go to the doctor. Anyway, hi, Michael. Hi, Midori up in Tokyo. G'day to Robbie up there. You know where you are. He looks in. He sandbags on us. People watching on TVs, they can't join the chat. They're too lazy to get out of their bed or off their couch and go over and get on their computer. I completely understand it. I'll be exactly the same. There we go. So what are we going to do tonight? We got a few things on tonight. I made some notes because I'm very good at missing things. So that was the time I was going to start at 52, and I somehow I blew the numbers. I still ran over by a minute. Adding up minutes and seconds. They're decimal, but they're not. You keep forgetting it stops at 60. Anyway. What are we going to talk about? We're going to have a little look tonight at Young's Crossing and what's going on up there. I was going to play you some drone video of it, but it keeps getting ads inserted into it while I'm playing it, and it just annoys me, so I'm not. I could have downloaded it and converted it, but it's a local guy. I'll give you his address. He's done a great job. Any of you who know Young's Crossing, that bridge is going to be amazing. Many years in the coming. Hi, Brad. Many years in the making, but I think it'll be worth it once they get it. My only query, and I'm not going to show it to you tonight, but you can see it if you watch this guy's video, is I think it's going to be a bit of a dam. And those guys upstream, when the flood comes, I think they're going to get a little more. Yeah, Brad, it's huge. I'll give you the guy's address. It's somewhere here. Adventure Explorers Media at Adventure. I'll do it again. At Adventure Explorers Media is his YouTube handle. Got a nice drone, flew it well, and shows you everything you'd ever want to see. And you'd never see this from the road. I've driven through there, see a bit of it. But this is fantastic. They have destroyed the Spitfire Crash Memorial, and I think it's moving into Old Petrie Town. They've ripped it up, that whole thing. What I don't understand, and I'm loving the road, don't get me wrong, and the upgrade goes right back to Bray Park. All the way through is being upgraded. And it goes across the river and slams into a T-junction at the Debra Road. Where's cars going to go? Left or right? They're going to go to Petrie, or go to Debra. Anyway, not my problem. I don't live out there. But, yeah, it's a good road. And those people have suffered for many years. Every time that damn river floods, it's a long way around. You go right the way through Lawton, all the way back around, across Petrie, etc. And that gets a bit sketchy at times too. So, there you go. So, Young's Crossing, I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces about Young's Crossing. Talk about just things ongoing around the place. A few of the YouTubers doing stuff. And we're going to have a look. I'm going to show you a program called GeoRes Globe. Now, it's like Queensland Globe, but GeoResi. So it's for geological resources. It's exactly the same to look at as Queensland Globe. It's just got a lot more menu selections. But one thing you can do in there, which is really cool, is you can query particular fields and have the map altered depending on what you've chosen. It sounds complicated, but it isn't. For instance, if you only want to see the rocks in Brisbane that are Jurassic, you can just go in there and do a few little diddlies, and that's all you see. And it'll show you where they are. Or Cretaceous, or, for instance, whatever. So, pretty cool. You want to see the volcanic rocks in Brisbane? You can do it. It will just show you where they are. So you don't have to weed through an entire map that looks like a painter's drop sheet with all this crap and query each individual rock or look it up and everything. This will do it for you. I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty easy. Although I had to learn some new stuff, not to do the thing, I've been doing it for ages, but to get it to work on. OBS kills the drop-down menus on GeoRes Globe and Queensland Globe. No drop-down menus, you can't select anything. So anyway, I found a way around it. We're cool. Yeah, well, it's all going to change, Brad, which is a good thing, I think. It needed to change. It's crap. Well, I'll show you some of the stuff. We used to fish at Young's Crossing. Yeah, it's good if you like catfish, because it's all you can catch. But it's good fun. Freshwater catfish are nice. I fished all up that river. I lived at Strathpine, and we could fish anywhere we could walk. And you could walk all the way up there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. What's the further one up? Is it Draper's Crossing? The really nice one? Up towards Sanford? I think it's Draper's Crossing. I forget all that stuff. Rightio. So let's have a look, see where we're at. I think the first thing we'll do is I'll leave the chat up. We'll talk briefly about Victoria Park, our favourite subject. Now, I think I'm going to have to come around to being a fan of this stadium, purely because I watched this week, Friends of Victoria Park were there, and ex-politician, got up and said that Ballet's comments and the Christopher Hurley's government, irresponsible, it's dumb, and referring to those people who are defending Victoria Park as a bunch of privileged NIMBYs was disgraceful, bloody, bloody, blah. And I'm going, yeah, I agree with that. And it was bloody Campbell Newman. I go, hang on, what? So I'm now suffering from this massive cognitive dissonance of agreeing with Campbell Newman, or I think I'm just going to have to take two opposing thoughts at the same time. Humans are capable of that. Yeah, my grandmother, my step-grandmother, had a house at 4 Mile Creek, just where it crossed Hippie Road. It's not there anymore. Little old house there she lived in with, I don't know, a bunch of people, relatives and whatever. And I remember sitting there, remember Brad at Easter, before the other road opened? The just streams of traffic all night. Crazy. Yeah. Good spot. The North Pine River was not the North Pine River. The North Pine River was the Pine River. The South Pine River was, Rob, save me. Is it Eden, the Eden River? It was the Eden River. Yes, it was the Eden River. The South Pine River was no South Pine River. It was the Eden River. And the North Pine River was the Pine River. Don't know when it changed. I've got some maps tonight. We might be able to see it on that, but I don't think so. We lived in Poets Corner. down at Mansfield Street, not too far from where Dallas lives now. Our friend who joins us sometimes. He lives on Bell's Pocket Road, and we live just around the back. Yeah, there were two rivers. Yeah, it was called the Pine River and the Eden River. Pine River is named after the pine trees they saw somewhere, I think. I think I read that somewhere. I might have just made it up. I can't remember now. I've read so much shit. But certainly, I don't know why they changed the names. They did. North and south. What a load of rubbish. It is that. Yeah, Bell's Pocket Road was cool. A friend lived. In fact, when I went to visit Dallas out there, the house that my friend lived in is the house next door to Dallas's house. Anyway, that's the way it is. Yeah, the South Pine River, Rob, it's changed a lot over the years because, they allowed gravel mining on those flats. And it is still a very nice river, but they've just dug massive amounts of gravel down on the Pine River as well, down in Lawton Pocket and up in, I don't know what that area is called, guys, behind the Mad Mile there, all through there, Leeches crossing up through. They've just gravel mined that to hell. Sand and gravel. But that's it. That's the way it goes. Yeah, South Pine River's got bull sharks in it, boys. I've caught them. I don't know about the North Pine River. They will be there. I guarantee it. I'm not a bull shark fan. So, Campbell Newman getting up the government for referring to the people who want to save Victoria Park as a bunch of privileged NIMBYs. And I have to say this wholeheartedly, I agree with him. That is just wrong. Coming from a Liberal government, getting up people in that area. Ooh, hi, Eric. Good to see you, man. Anyway, that's their problem. It's too small. It's too small. It's too small. I've seen the renderings. I saw them on Adam's show, actually. It looks all right. Don't get me wrong. Well, they spend $3 billion on it with a B. That's a lot of money. 5 million people in Queensland. That's a metric shit ton of money each for a football stadium. What's what it's going to be. Rightio. So, Rob's Bridge FM stint. Well done, Rob. That is a great radio station. Every time I'm out there, and I go out there a bit now, my daughter lives at Scarborough. And, it's I love listening to that station. They play good music. They really did. I did listen to it, so it was good. What else we got? Gizmo's Outpost Blues. I won't play it for you. You can go and see it on Gizmo's channel, his Outpost channel. He's done an AI rendering of him singing a blues song, and it is spectacular. I looked at it, and yeah, AI has come a long way, and it's just scary. Yeah, they look nice. They're nice people. I think they thought a lot of you. So Gizmo's Outpost Blues, Gizmo's Outpost Blues. If you haven't caught it, catch it on his channel because it is cool. Right, Cam Carter. Cam Carter's been finding bullets. He found a bunch of 9mm rounds up at Strathpine, which will be probably post World War II. We still had in World War II. We still used 9mm rounds. After World War II, we certainly used them. And so there you go. It was. He found a handful of live rounds that are nearly 100 years old. Well done. Live ammunition, live pistol ammunition. I'll qualify that. It's not particularly dangerous. Probably throw it in a fire, just go bang, it goes pop. If ammunition's not in a barrel, it's not particularly dangerous. But mortar rounds and artillery rounds are extremely dangerous. You don't want to go anywhere near that stuff. And if it's a large caliber thing like a 50 cal round, you're not going to find too many of those lying around. But if you did, we had Mondoos in World War II, yeah, we had a 50 cal rounds. If you were to find a live one of those lying around, yeah, I'd treat that fairly carefully. That's a fairly hefty bit of gear. Hi, Barry. We were just talking about you, mate. All good things, of course, as it always is. So, Cam found a bunch of bullets. Well done. He's got a metal detector there. He's got the big coil on, Andrew. You know, it's a gold monster or something. Good on him. Talking about Andrew from On Point Metal Detecting, he did a video at night, a ninja detecting video, where he was running around a park somewhere, footpath somewhere, in the dark. Now, that takes some doing because, as you will all know, you try to video things in the dark. They never come out the way you think they're going to come out. Not always bad, not always good, but they never come out the way they think they're going to come out. And I thought this came out rather well. As usual, you're trying to do anything in low light that moves, it gets grainy or whatever. But he had a headlight on, and the red backlighting on his metal detector looked absolutely stunning. I thought it looked really good. Oh, hi, Grunt. Good to see you, man. Yeah, Cam's with you. A fistful of bullets. There he goes. A fistful of ravioli. Remember that? Paul Hogan? Anyway. So, Marty, I was talking to Marty today. He is in New York somewhere. I'm not sure it was New York State or New York City. It doesn't really matter. So he hasn't come back yet. He can come back soon. School doesn't start the end of February, does it? That's why. He's probably trying to dig his way out of wherever he is with a snow shovel. Greg's food reviews. I want to mention this. Greg sometimes does watch this channel. But Greg's food reviews, I'm finding them very useful. Greg has saved me from trying stuff that I would have probably tried in fast food or whatever if I'm out and about. But certainly, sorry, Nathan, you do. And the other thing is that these digital cameras, they cannot handle moving targets in low light. They just can't do both. Now, you got to really slow down all your pans. Anytime you move that camera, slow it down. Otherwise, it's just going to look like shit. But anyway, that would look really good. Andrew did a good job of that. So, yeah, Greg's food. Greg's Kitchen down the coast. You know Greg. He's a larrikin, a funny guy. But I can tell you, if he likes it, I'll like it. If he doesn't like it, I might still like it. But if he doesn't like it, yeah. And he calls a spade on these things. So, you know, some of this stuff these fast food companies are trying to pass off for, oh, you look at this thing, it looks great, you go and buy it. It's an absolute just piece of shit, $20 piece of garbage. And I like the way he goes to independent, small cafes and buys their burgers and reviews them and away go their pies and whatever. Good on him. So Greg's Kitchen, if you don't catch it, you should catch it. Esther has a new song out, which you're going to hear at the end of this video. There is more song coming. And Mum, if you're watching, yes, the song you asked for is coming, but it's at the end, not at the beginning. I'm not going to give it to you at the front. You're going to wait. So there we go. Esther's got a new song out and a film clip, which is really nice. I like it. When I saw it, I went, that city's weird. It was a strange mix of reasonably high-tech skyscrapers, and I could see minarets in it, and I wonder where that is. So I had a bit of a wander around the web, and I found something that looked like it, and so I cut a piece out of it, gave it to IO, and it said, oh, that's in Tehran. And it took me about 2 minutes to find the bridge that the video was shot from, and it was just amazing. Yeah, Greg's got no hidden agenda, mate. He either likes it or he doesn't. That's simple. Or it's value or it isn't. All over value, all over flavour, all over score. It's his words, mate. He knows what he's talking about. So, last week I played a tune at the intro called, it wasn't last week, it was the week before. I played a tune called Black Betty. As you probably know, Black Betty is a song from the 1930s written by a guy called Leadbelly. It was famously covered in the 1970s, 80s by Ram Jam. Great version. Covered by an Australian band called Spiderbait. Better version. Hi, Alicia. Good to see you. And also covered by an American band in the meantime. That's not really important. The important thing is that I got a copyright claim on it from a company in America. And it was from the wrong band. Wrong band, wrong performance. Because the one I played was by the Filthy Animals. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, so I queried it, contested it, said this is not the performance of this band. This is not the band. This is not the performance. This copyright claim. The damn thing went wild, John. Terrible. G'day, mate. This is the wrong one. And 2 or 3 weeks later, nah, we reviewed it. It's definitely the right one. Complete and utter lies. All for 60 cents. That's what that video made. 60 cents. Imagine what they do for real money, eh? Hi, Paul. So there we go. So anyway, that's my little copyright adventure. I'm going to probably have another one tonight because I've noticed I've got an in-stream warning on the DZ and the Death Race. So we'll see. I don't care. The artists get the money. If they deserve the money, I don't care. I really don't. Best to ask for forgiveness than permission, eh, Rob? I certainly won't do it in my videos. Absolutely not. It's too hard to fix when it goes wrong, and it can go wrong. You can preload these things. You can put them up to soak. Say, oh, I'll just take this, put it up on YouTube for a few days unlisted. See if the copyright system. No, that doesn't work. As Steve and I have found out, it'll go off 6 months later. They'll just come and say, oh, no, that's mine. Take it all. Shitheads. So there we go. So I mentioned before the dude with the video of Young's Crossing. If you want to have a look at it, it's a great video. It's at Adventure Explorers Media. Is his handle, his YouTube handle. Twisted Visions meetup for everyone. Subscribers, creators. We're working on it. It's coming. Put the 1st of March aside. It's a Sunday. Haven't got the venue nailed down yet because they don't open until tomorrow. They don't open Mondays and Tuesdays, Rob. I'll have a talk to them tomorrow. I will go down on the way home. Probably get a couple of beers, see what they like. Yeah, try them, samples. I've been there several times anyway. Anyway, we'll do that. And hopefully by next week, we will have time and place. Already had quite a few of the creators from Twisted Visions say, yeah, I'm there. Steve will be there. Cheryl said good. So it should be fun. Should be fun. It was last time. I really enjoyed that. My mum really enjoyed it. She's a damn superstar. It's amazing. Awesome. So looking at that, I asked a question the other day. It's probably related to this. I can't remember where my brain was. It's just before Mum's birthday too, guys. And it's a big one. So, yeah. Yeah, it should be fun. I will definitely, I'll do a promo video like I did last time. Something different this time. Why not? Yeah, plural noun. What is a plural noun for a bunch of YouTubers? Bunch is not the right word. A group of YouTubers. A plural noun. I suggested a few people just suggested one, but the one I thought was good was a piss up of YouTubers. I thought that was pretty good, Rob. I'd go with that. The piss up of YouTubers. So a plural noun for a group of YouTubers. So there we go. Yeah, bro, this place is pretty good. It's not crowded or anything. Yeah, they've got steak. They've got roast beef and Yorkshire put, dude. A post of YouTubers, Brad. I like it. I did a render. I thought a render of YouTubers. Once you get your brain on it, be careful. It'll absorb you. So there we go. I got a couple of things to show you. Let's do the round of the board. 26 minutes. We haven't touched the board yet. Sorry, Mum. Chat's got to go away for a minute. A couch of subscribers. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. A post. I like to render. I thought a render was good. An effluent. Oh, John. All right. Chat going away briefly, Mum. Sorry. So where are we going? Well, Brisbane Live's back. Yeah, he's back. Camera's not as good, though. Something's gone wrong here. That is max. That's 1080. That is the maximum resolution that camera's producing. And as you can see, it's oversaturating. So something's changed on this camera. It used to look better than that at night. Maybe it got hit by lightning. It's another camera. Don't know. Where this thing is, it's very likely to get hit by lightning. But I just think Brisbane's beautiful. It just is. Not as beautiful as Sydney, though, Rob. I'll have to give you that. That is for sure. Tokyo, here we are. It's 7 degrees C. The buggers have got all my weather. One of my mates is down in Tassie at the moment. Wow, kicked out a YouTuber convention. What an idiot. Why would he do that? Yeah, some of them can be a bit ordinary. Not us, though. We're special. We're not just YouTubers. We're twisted YouTubers. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Because as we all know, life's pretty straight without twisties. There's Tokyo. Looking gorgeous. I see the sky tree is pink tonight. Not quite sure why. What that's celebrating in. I know they have a bunch of Valentine's Day celebrations that I don't completely understand. There's a pink day and a yellow day and a blue day. I'm making that up. They do have a far more complex Valentine's Day structure than we do. So that could be what that is for. I'm not sure. Tokyo. Abbey Road's back. It was absolutely tipping down before when I put this up. And as you can see, it must be cold and raining. But there's still people walking across the road. Good on them. Paris. Looks fantastic. I'm beginning to like this town. It's crazy. I like it. Sydney. Absolutely stunning as usual. Rob, the early evening, I must grab a still off it next time for you. As the sun sets behind that bridge and behind those buildings, it's pretty nice, man. Pretty nice indeed. I like the way the colours from the buildings reflect off the water. It just makes that scene so complicated and nice. Now we're going to excuse me. Hang on. We're going to Hakodate. Oh, that bloody thing's reverted. Look at that. It was actually snowing before when I put this camera up. In 2 seconds. I'll interact into that and just turn that crap off. That's what it did look like. Anyway, so there we are. I don't think we get a temperature off that camera. No, we don't. But I can tell you, it's cold. I've been up on that hill, Mount Hakodate. Strangely enough, it's called. And it's cold. Now, just across the ocean behind us in this particular shot, about 30 k's over our shoulder, is Aomori, which is the big town in the top end of Honshu. And Aomori is cool, really cool. This is the JR station and the big shopping centre in Aomori. And it's really, really cold. Famous for its apples, this place. You buy an apple the size of a bloody softball for, $2 or $3, and you eat it for a day. They're just really nice. Sorry, just catching the chat there. Well done. A tumor of YouTubers. Don't go there. You had to go there. Come on, where's the sci-fi thing, Joe? A warp of YouTubers, maybe? Who knows? So there's Aomori. Something a bit different tonight. This is the Subaru telescope up on Manawatu in Hawaii, live. This is live. That laser is coming out of that's one of their little tools they use to correct the atmospheric aberrations or whatever. And it's currently observing a meteor shower. Yeah, so that's Subaru Telescope Live. You can watch all these. Just look them up. Subaru Telescope. No big deal. It's easy to find. And when there's a meteor shower, you'll actually see it running through in the background there. But that is the Subaru Telescope Live right now with its little laser rangefinder on there. Pretty cool. Earthquakes. Oh, we've had earthquakes. We certainly have. Quite a nasty one down in Melbourne. I haven't really heard much in the news about it. They're pretty busy reporting on everything but this. But yeah, 2 earthquakes in Gippsland, one in the upper, in the high country, the other one down in Gippsland. I mean, it's not bad enough. These poor buggers have had 49-degree days. Bushfires burning the shit everywhere. It'll no doubt flood like all hell once it rains. Oh, now they're getting earthquakes. My, oh my. So it's a magnitude 3 earthquake, 10 kilometres. They don't know how far down it is. You will definitely feel that. I've been in Victoria for a magnitude 3 earthquake. In fact, I was at Sale, which is just there, somewhere about there. And I tell you, you know what's going on. You really do. So there you go. Aussie boys, not too big on earthquakes. Big one off the South Island of New Zealand. Bunch of them around the South Pacific as usual. Philippines has got something going on again. This is a massive swarm in here. It's been going off for about a week. And some of these are quite large earthquakes. So something's moving down there. There is a trench there, and that trench that runs along there, the name escapes me, starts with C, has produced some very big tsunamis over the years. So I hope that isn't going to, hopefully these lots of small earthquakes means it's moving gradually, and it's not just going to go bang and let go. Because that would not be good, because it doesn't matter where you go in the Philippines, there's thousands of people absolutely bloody well everywhere. Japan seems to be calming down. Kamchatkana's calming down. So interesting. There we go. A few more up around Timor as well. As you can see by the shapes of the tectonics here, this is a complicated area. Subduction, twisting. You got plates going over the top of other plates and being subducted under other plates, all in that one area. It's a mess. An absolute mess. The consensus of this strip. Sorry, I'm just reading this. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I'm simply existing. Sorry, mate, I didn't say good day. I didn't see you come in. We don't do consensus. No, probably not. Anyway, moving on. Earthquakes. We've done earthquakes. Sea temperatures. They've actually warmed up a little. Cooled down a little, sorry. They were hotter than this a couple of weeks ago. So that's a good thing. Ocean currents are moving. It's a good thing. We don't want to see a big pile of red sitting down here. We just don't want it. It's still warm enough, by the way, to keep a cyclone going. So it is a thing. Sea temps, sea pressure, MSL. If you look outside and you live in southeast Queensland, you can see there's been quite a bit of a breeze coming out of the southeast. There's a reason for that. There's thumping great big high pressure system sitting here. Unusually, you don't see these inclined warm fronts very often. There's one right there, wrapped around a low. I don't understand the structure of that. I'd say Auckland might be in for a bit of crappy weather tomorrow. But anyway, we don't live there, so it doesn't matter. There's low pressure all over Australia again. I don't know why it's not raining. We've got cloud everywhere. My shoulder's hurting. My back's hurting. Must be going to rain. That's the way it usually goes. Don't need all that fancy gear. Bad carbs, good carbs. Of course. Look at those cute little SUs, Brad, sitting on the back of that mini engine. So cute. And a purple Mini, Mum. Do we know anyone that had a purple Mini? Wasn't me. Now, I'm going to show you something. My Twisted Vision entry video had a couple of Easter eggs in it. And then they're Easter eggs for, geeks, of course. So I'm going to just run it in somewhere. Where'd it go? There it is. Whiz through. For those of you that haven't seen it, you don't need to watch all that. Now, the first one is the Brisbane sign. I particularly want you to pay attention to the buildings in the backgrounds. Just after this. I think I've killed the audio. Yeah, I did. Look at the buildings moving forward in the background. Now, that's called a dolly zoom, and it's a technique made famous by Alfred Hitchcock and others. But to do it in YouTube, you need a moving drone shot nowadays, like that. And you can make the buildings in the background come forward, which is what's happening there. So that's one of my first dolly zooms that I've actually released to the public. And I did, you can do one, you might as well do two. So if you look at this shot of the Olgas with Ayers Rock in the background, just watch Ayers Rock. Look where it is now. Just watch it as the video proceeds. It comes screaming out of the desert because what's happening, this drone is actually moving backward and I'm pulling the zoom forward on the camera. And it was used in Jaws. Absolutely it was. But just look at Ayers Rock come screaming out of the desert here. I love it. Can't do too much of it. Just, too much of a good thing. Anyway, there were two of them in my Twisters Vision video. The Brisbane sign and the Olgas. It's showing off, really. So there we go. Young's Crossing we've done. GeoRes Globe. Now I'm going to cut me out here because it's... actually, we'll do a little bit of Young's Crossing, then we'll go to GeoRes Globe. And I'm going to cut me out anyway because this map is just too good to have me on top of it. So this is from the 1920s. And hang on, let's not miss the pointer. There it is. I'll orientate you here. North Pine River as it was in those days. Dam is built here, so this is all underwater now. But back in those days, the Pine River continued on, obviously, under the dam. Samsonville Road continued on under the dam, out to Samsonville, strangely enough. And on it went. Actually, Samsonville might be down here. I can't remember which one it is. This is the old North Road as it is today. And this is Young's Crossing. Yeah. So back in those days, you just drive across the river, drive up the other side. This, Brad, is where that Spitfire Memorial was. There we go. And this is the old North Road heading up here. This is the Debra Road heading out here. This all ended up going underwater, or bits of it went underwater, so they replaced all this. And the old North Road is underwater because this is Lake Koombwa. Now this creek here, Creedy Creek or something, I can't remember that. Siding Creek, there it is. Siding Creek is now dammed here, and this is Lake Koombwa up in here. Siding Creek meets right here, and that new bridge is going over both the river and Siding Creek. You'll see it if you watch that dude's video. So Young has already gone from here. He owned this block here. This was back, you got to get a cadastral from the 1800s. And one of the reasons I pulled this map down for us all is, look at the names here. Todd, Todd's Road, Duffield Road. Of course, Thomas Petrie. Rob walked all through here, walked around the back here, all around the back of the railway line through here when he did his Petrie video. Thomas Petrie actually selected this whole area, and because of some shenanigans, if you want to know the details, watch Rob's video, I can't remember it, he had to buy his own bloody land back. Thomas Petrie, and a lot of these names on these places, my wife went to school with them. I didn't go to school at Strathpine. I went to school at Aspley. But if you look at this map of Aspley at the same time, those names are still there. It's amazing stuff. The river hasn't changed that much. Rob, in those days, you can see the road came along, went under the railway line, and then crossed the river here at a crossing at a ford, and then came up there. There was a footbridge here in the 1920s, and then came up here through that road you walked. Name escapes me. My wife got a driver's license there at the cop shop, and my future son-in-law works there now. Amazing stuff. So there we go. That new fancy university's over in here. Used to be the paper mill. Yibri Creek, which I think is still there. Anyway, this is an amazing area. And the fact that they're improving it now is a good thing. But I just love these old maps. I'm doing a video on this, and I will get up there and I'll get some footage. But in the meantime, we'd have a look at the map. Why not? Rightio. Time for GeoRes Globe. I swore I turned that off. There we go. Let's put the camera back up. Here I am again. I'm still here. Hello. My cat's running up and down the hallway here like it's got something stuck up its bum. I'm not sure what's going on. Someone's probably just fed it. We got these new cat treats at the Woolworths the other day. They're made out of kangaroo. I call them Skippy pills. She loves them. She absolutely loves them. Anyway, poor old Skip. Yeah, you did, Rob. You walked that path right underneath there. From the Lawton side is also where you went. Follow the river down the other side, the Lawton side. Those rivers get dredged. You know, you look at the rivers, the creeks and rivers in Brisbane, they've all been dredged. The bloody Enoggera Creek. It's vandalism what they did to that. So there we go. Let's have a look. This is the first time I've done this, peeps, so stick with me. And again, I'm going to turn the Logicam off because we need the whole screen to appreciate this. Let's just get rid of Mr. Pointer. Now, for some reason, the pointer for the mouse is very small in this. I've increased its size in Windows, and OBS just says, get nicked. So anyway, let's have a look. So we're operating in this screen up here. GeoRes Globe is a resource. It looks like Queensland Globe. You should see it coming up in a sec. There it is. It looks like Queensland Globe, and it is very much like Queensland Globe to operate. But a lot of the images you see I use with geology and elevation and LiDAR come from this. But we're not going to get too carried away here because you learn by yourself, you learn better. But I'll show you where to look. So Queensland Globe, the two tools that are important that I use all the time are the little spanner tool over here. I'm not sure if you can see that mouse pointer. I hope you can. Up in the top right there, and the layers menu over here. So we'll get the layers menu open. It's coming open now. We can see base maps there. We're going to hit the plus sign here to add a layer. As you can see, if you've used Queensland Globe, this is where the boreholes are also in Queensland Globe, but they're a lot easier to access here. Historical mining permits of, what mines were where, all those little red M's you see on my thing when I did Beanley and all these other places. This is where they come from. All right, so you can go through. You can go play with this anytime you want. Tonight, we're going to have a look at the geology. Now, the geology I look at is this one, which is the 1 in 100,000 scale geology. And the one we're going to work with tonight is detailed surface geology. This is rocks down to 5 meters, I think is the definition. We're going to click on that. And when we click on that, it's going to do that. So what you see here is all of the rock types in Southeast Queensland. And you can zoom in on these. Let me just get on the page and zoom in. You look at these. That big red thing in the middle there is the Enoggera granite. The pink thing above it is the Samson Vale or Camp Mountain granodiorite. See the purple stripes? The purple stripe on the right is the Narrandley Fernvale beds. The big purple stripe through the middle is the Brisbane Bunyiphylites, and the purple stripe on the left is also the Narrandley Fernvale beds. And Gizmo, when you and I walked out to Joiners Ridge, it was one of these dikes up in here that we were caused that ridging of all those things. But the two things I want to show you here tonight is one is the use of this little blue spanner. Now, you can do a few things here. You can measure distances if you want to. You can draw all over the stupid thing if you want to. If you actually log into this, you can save that. But we'll use the little eye tool because this thing is very helpful. You can just click on an object. You can draw a rectangle or all these other shapes. We're just going to click on an object, so we want that to be selected. So let's have a quick look at, say, this green stuff here. Let's just click on it. Now, it wants to drop a menu. That's not going to suit you and I. We won't be able to see it properly, so we'll drop it into a sidebar. So you can see on the sidebar here, oh, the cat's come to say hello. G'day, cat. Yeah, we're doing geology, cat. No, run away. One of those. That's the Brisbane Tuff. Well, look at that. Who'd have thought? And if you click into it, it'll actually put the marker on the Brisbane Tuff, the bit you've clicked on, and it will give you all of this information here. So we can see that this is the Brisbane tuff. Its symbol is RIF. It's rhyolitic tuff, ignimbrite, agglomerate, which is just garbage, conglomerate, more garbage, sandstone and shale. They're the rocks that are contained in that unit. Felsites, lavas, clasts, high-level intrusives, which it is. And it's late Triassic, which we already know. But one of the things you can do, it's all very well being able to look at this and see this great big painter's drop sheet of a map. What if you want to narrow this down a bit? Well, what you can do is we'll just zoom back a little. That gets a bit complicated, as you can imagine, is what we can do is we can go into the geology in the layers. We can drop this down. We can click into that again, and we can click into that again. And in here, we can query layer attributes. This is a very powerful thing, especially dealing with a large area. So, for instance, if we go in here, this is the menu that wouldn't bloody well drop for me. And I'm going to do something simple tonight, but you play with this as much as you need to. It's all free. And let's just click on Triassic. And so the operator we've chosen is like. You can do a bunch of equals in. You can do it. Like's just nice and handy for you. And if you click these two, it means it's only going to sort it for the map that's visible on the screen. If you don't do that, it's going to sort the whole of Queensland, and it'll do it. And if we just click on that now, what you're looking at now is all of the Triassic rocks in Brisbane. It's that powerful. You can choose any of those fields that you want to query, whether you just want to look for volcanic rocks. Now, if we look at what we're looking at now, there's a bunch of volcanic rocks here. There's also a bunch of sedimentary rocks here because they're very old. So there we go. You can see at Ipswich, there's a whole pile of Triassic rocks in Ipswich. There's also Jurassic rocks in Ipswich. So this is a very useful tool, and this is a very powerful part of this tool. This does exist in Queensland Globe, but doesn't work because I don't think the database attributes have been indexed properly on Queensland Globe down to this level. So if we go back here, here's something we can do. Now, you've heard me talk about the Cretaceous boundaries and all the Cretaceous rocks. If you want to find the KT boundary, the K is Cretaceous, misspelt German, and the T is Triassic. It's tertiary, sorry. KT boundary. So if we go in here and let's find all the Cretaceous rocks that are in Brisbane. Yeah. See the problem with finding the KT boundary in Brisbane? And if you do the same thing for tertiary, you will get a few hits, but it's just volcanism. That's all it is. So, and it's not going to help you with a KT boundary. So, probably blowing my own video here, but this is what we go elsewhere. There is another place in South East Queensland up near Gympie that you can possibly see this, although no one's done it yet. So there we go. That is how to use GeoRes Globe to find your different rock types, find your ages of rocks, if that's what you're interested in. It can save you a lot of time because you can just sit there and let me just put that camera back. You can just sit there and, just smash those one at a time. It's everything. You can also query, you can do this with the LiDAR layers up if you wish. I put the geology on top of the LiDAR and then I pull the contrast down on the geology and your eyes make it look like it's been wrapped over the LiDAR. It hasn't, but it just looks like it. And that looks pretty cool. I used to be able to do 3D fly-throughs. You've probably seen them. And it's just, I can't do it anymore. The whole thing's just too chewed up. Yes, Luke, the Albion Sandstone Quarry is in the news this week. And I like the fact that they finally identified the dinosaur footprint that they found there, which is awesome. And the guy's been using it, not a model of it, using the actual sample in his classes, which is great. That's all good. And he said, more investigations needed. Oh, really? Have you been up to that Albion quarry? Because I have. You're going to be digging up $50 million worth of houses if you want to look at any more of that, or a very expensive girls' school if you want to be looking at any of that stuff, because that's what's built in there now. But yes, it is. One thing I want to do a video on, and I've got some research on it, but it's a little sketchy. I might have to go to the museum. I abandoned the G-Bunk fossils. When they built that flyover over Robinson Road, which is a massive structure, they were drilling some fairly large holes. Bad word. What are they called? Boreholes. They were boring down to put underneath it. They were putting piers down because it's all shit there. It's all sedimentary garbage. So they wanted to get down to bedrock. And up in the coming up in the spoil were shark teeth and crocodile teeth. And they stopped. They got the university to come out. And I remember going with my daughter when she was still at school, I think, as a hobby. School? Yeah, it might have been school. To the museum. And they have a whole section there on the G-Bunk fossil finds. And it would be something to do a video on if you could get any video of it, which could be interesting. Very interesting. There are a lot of fossils. Fossils, considering it is so unusual. Yeah, you're right, core sample. So unusual for a dead thing to become a fossil. It's hard to do. Yet because there have been bazillions of things die and lots of things do get fossilized. Ipswich, to me, is my fossil go-to place. Matter of fact, I must get back up there, Ipswich guys, because I've run out of fossils. I give them to kids. Get a kid who's interested in rocks. I've always got a couple of Ipswich leaf fossils or something in my backpack. I give them to them, as you do. Nothing will turn you on to geology or something interesting than someone handing you something that makes you think. And crystals, people like crystals. The kids love fossils. They really do. So anyway, that's what I do. That's Blackstone Hill for me, because every time I go there, I find fossils. Every single time. Oh, I don't know who that is, Brad, but interesting. I'll look him up. I don't know who he is. I know the last thing any builder wants to do is find anything that's reportable. Rob, you would know in England. They start building a building. Oh, no. We found a bloody burial. There goes the budget. Out the door. Archaeologists get there with their trowels for 6 months. Well, 6 months, but yeah, they don't, they dig it up. My brother-in-law lives in Wolverhampton. There's a lot of new buildings there. And every time they build a new housing estate, they're into something Anglo-Saxon or something Roman, something everywhere. I'm quite amazed. You guys watch a few of these guys that explore the paperwork nightmare, Rob, you're right. These guys who explore the high deserts in Utah. There's a few guys run around. They look at something on Google Earth and they either e-bike in or they walk in and they go to these places. Rob, I'm shocked at how many pottery shards there are from these indigenous Americans. In my brain, I don't know why, I never really had lots of pottery that these people, because I'm from Australia, there is not a lot of Aboriginal pottery. Like, there is some now, but yeah, it's probably not Aboriginal. But it's just, it's everywhere. They walk up onto these high plains. And of course, the pottery is extremely resilient in nature. You've seen these stone pavements we get in Australia where the wind and not rain here, but the wind mainly pulls the sand off and all the rocks sink down into a pavement. Well, some of this place is like that with pottery. It's just everywhere. It's amazing. And this is Native American people. Yeah, look, Nathan, I use Jerry's Grove all the time, but like anything, I only use the bits I'm interested in. I have not gone and learned how to use it. I'm quite sure it's an amazing tool. It does a lot more. I use it for finding mining leases. I use it for finding exploration leases, and I use it for finding boreholes. It's very good with boreholes. Very well done. And I can't believe how many Brisbane, you wonder Brisbane has sunk. There's thousands and tens of thousands of boreholes in Southeast Queensland. And they're just the ones that are registered. You imagine the ones that go, oh, bugger it, I'm not doing that. Yeah, Karen, they're just sitting on the surface. And this guy that I watch, a few of them I watch, they're like Rob. They're very respectful of stuff. They'll pick it up, they'll look at it, and they'll put it right back where they got it. It's a good thing. Because, A, it's not yours. Doesn't matter whose it is. You know whose it isn't. It isn't yours. And I won't take any Aboriginal relic. I won't touch it because it's not mine. Someone gives it to me. Aboriginal guys, do you want this? Yeah, I'll take it. Of course I would, but I'm not taking it. That's not in. Yeah, I was shocked at that, Rob. There are lots of pottery. Obviously, they need to carry water. It's not a particularly waterous place. I've never understood. Let's not go there. But anyway, why we didn't have pottery in Australia. Yeah, look, Abandoned, we'll do this another night because it's slightly more complex, but it isn't undoable at all. Basically, when you find the borehole, in the bottom of that list I showed you, the attribute list, there's a thing called the report. When you click on that, it will download you the PDF of the report, and in that is the stratigraphy from the borehole. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes it just says sand. 15 metres sand. And sometimes another hole just up the road gives you quite detailed stratigraphy. Just depends who dug it. Way to go. Anyway, peeps, tonight we're going to leave with two tunes. One, my mum likes, so we're going to have that one. And the other one is the new song from Esther, which is superb, of course. And I really like the film clip, so hang around for that. And I think I've got through everything tonight. Wasn't a lot of prep done tonight. The way it goes. Desert Drifter. That's him. Oh, no, he's gone. He died. He had a car accident, was it? Yeah, he had a car accident. No, paragliding accident. Paragliding, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, with my size and my weight, paragliders were never going to be a thing. Oh, fossilised crocodile teeth I'd take. I don't think the Aboriginals would have cared much about that. I'll take fossils. I'm taking Aboriginal artifacts, though. It's a different thing altogether. Anyway, I think there's a law against it, actually. You're not supposed to take fossils at all. Yeah, he was awesome. You're right. Was it a drunk driver, Ian? Who died? One of them died in a paragliding accident. I don't know. They live their lives. There's no question of that. It's not without risk. Not without risk at all. Anyway, peeps, I'm off. Remember, life really is wonderful. And you got to keep rocking because this T-Rocks is out. See you next week, peeps.
Songs about the Southland. must you show they've got the swamp. Let me know to pick a song too. Yes, you do. Lord, they get me out so damn much. Pick me up when I'm feeling blue. Ain't that the truth, boy? Sweet home Alabama, Lord, the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sing it again, come on. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Take it away, boys.
Please put that record on display. I wanna watch it spin round and round. Please, I just need surround sound, please. I need to feel it move round inside. Please feed my hungry angel eyes. I've thought for way too long. There's no tonight. Put your songs on repeat. Storm me down what I need. All you've got to offer on the floor. When that whisper hits me, amplifies what this means. Happily die for this, yet we live. Every time I try to live without, I can't outrun this thing. Every night I try to run away, but I'm left with nothing to say. I've been grinding and compartmentalizing, trying not to fall. Lies and truth colliding, love can beat